Hello, hello. This is Pastor Latrice with another encouragement for you. So this morning, I woke up and I was thinking about purpose and destiny and the things that God has called us to. And God brought me to Exodus 3 and 4. And I do want to encourage you guys to go out there and read it and study it. I'm going to kind of share what He placed in my heart to share with you today. And so in Exodus 3 and 4, it talks about how God called Moses to be a deliverer in the land. And Moses, oh my gosh, we all do this. Moses had all kind of excuses on why he felt like he wasn't good enough, why he felt like he wasn't adequate enough. He was worried about how he sounded. He was worried about what the people would say. He was worried about if the people would believe him and receive him. Come on. We got to think about those things that we meditate on when God calls us to purpose. And for every excuse that Moses had, God had an answer for him. He had something to reassure him that he was going to be with him. You know, sometimes we have assignments that God give us, and sometimes we kind of resist it, or we try to think of all our insecurities or why we can't do it, why we're not adequate enough, why me, God, why I don't want to, why. But God said, just because of that, I want you to come forth. He said, I've called you, I've chose you, I anointed you. All these excuses are why you think, hear me, why you think you're not good enough. I got an answer for it. You know, Moses said, who do I tell them sent me? Because I'm but man, what do I say? And God told him, and I'm just going to share that verse with you. In verse 14, chapter 3, verse 14 in Exodus, it said, and God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. So I want to encourage you today. When you feel inadequate, when you feel like you're not good enough, not worthy enough, not enough to fulfill the assignment that God has called you to, remind yourself of who sent you. Remind yourself of who's backing you up and who's leading you. Remind yourself of the anointing and the power that God has given you to fulfill the assignment. Because He also going to tell him, what if they don't believe me? Suppose they don't listen to me. So God told Moses, pick up that staff, and I'm just paraphrasing, and he turned it into a snake. Come on. Then he go home to tell him, touch your bosom. Then he turned it into leprosy. And then he touched again and was healed. God will make sure whatever he sent you to, whatever he called you to do, he's going to make sure there's miracles, signs, and wonders. Signs shall follow you. So sometimes you got to remind yourself, touch yourself. Come on. Speak over yourself. Affirm yourself in what God has spoken to you. Because if God said it, I am that I am, is backing it up, He's going to show that He spoke it. And He's going to fulfill it. And then, one more. He told him, he said, I can't even talk. What do you mean you're calling me to do something? What do you want me to talk? Surely, I'm not adequate enough to talk. I don't have all the big words. I don't have the best grammar. Like, you want me to go and be what? You want me to say what? You want me to go to Pharaoh? You want me to do that? You want me to go to all these people and set them free? You want me to be a deliverer? God said, listen, long story short, I created you. I'm the one that can make one speak and one be silent. I'm the one that causes the heavens and the earths to do certain things according to my speech. He said, I'm the one that have called you, chose you, and anointed you for the assignment, for the business. Come on. Whatever it is, I want you to know that God, first off, I am that I am, is backing you up. Second of all those excuses won't work because He got an answer for each excuse that you may have. Don't worry about those who reject you. Don't worry about those who don't receive you, because there are those that are called to what God has called you to do. And He will show the signs that He is with you. And don't worry about how it may look to others. Long as you're doing things in excellence, you're doing things unto the Lord, you're giving yourself to the assignment, you're educating yourself. Come on. You're putting in the work and you're moving in faith to do the assignment that God has called you to. Trust God for your assignment. Trust God for the fulfillment of your assignment. Move according to what God has called you to do. And I want to encourage you to don't be afraid. How many times have God told us, do not fear, for I'm with you and I'm backing you up and I'm doing it through you. Come on. So when you get in a place of insecurity and you feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you're not important enough, surely nobody cares, remind yourself of the great I am. I am that I am is backing you up. So move in it and be confident and bold enough to know there are signs that will follow what he's called you to do. There shall be fruit that shall remain because he has called you and chosen you for that assignment. Blessings.